Hi guys, Sarah St. Alban here. Welcome to a special edition of my DIY Music Manager series. I wanted to record a follow-up to a blog post that I wrote last summer and published on my fan club page over at Patreon. If you haven't read that, I recommend reading it now and then coming back to the video. It's free. I'm including a link below so you can check it out. And I wanted to share some concrete advice about how to get started once you decide that you're going to take the leap and follow your dreams to become a professional full-time musician. I know it's really exciting when you make that decision and then, then the excitement wears off and you're left with the, fuck, what do I do? There's so much to do. So I wanted to give you at least a point to start from. However, before I start on that, I wanted to talk about fear of failure. Now, I'm guessing if you're watching this video that you are probably scared shitless of failure. I get it, it's a very human thing to feel, but I have to say, you have to get over that because failure is not only an essential part of being an entrepreneur, it's inevitable in the music business. It just is. I can say from personal experience, I've only been playing around my local scene in Seattle for a year and 3-ish months or so. And my career's taken off. It's been, pretty rapid in terms of making progress, but it's not because I found some magical unicorn solution. It's because I work my ass off, and it's because I fail so often. Seriously, it's almost daily. I fail all the time, but I barely notice anymore unless I have to, and it's useful to pay attention to why something didn't work. Then yes, I pay attention to it, but I'm moving at such a rapid pace that I don't really think oh shit, this person didn't want to work with me or whatever, because it's not the end of the world at all. So, a little tough love, get the fuck over your fear of failure, stop using it as an excuse to not do what you love, and embrace it. If you're not failing, you're not trying hard enough. So, with that, I will start with step 1 of taking steps to pursuing a full-time career as a musician. And that step is learn as much as you can about the music business. I'm going to say that again. Learn as much as you can about the music business. I know it's kind of annoying that I just did that, but I seriously cannot count the number of times that I've talked with musicians who just don't think that they should have to learn about the industry they want to work in, and then they bitch and moan about not making it, and it's like, what do you think is going to happen? Stop looking for a magical business-minded person to come along and drag your ass through the industry. Not only will you probably get screwed over, but most of the time nobody wants to work with, someone who's lazy. I know from personal experience, it is incredibly frustrating to work with a musician who wants to be taken seriously as a professional, but doesn't know the language you're speaking because they haven't done any research. I won't work with people like that anymore, because it gets so frustrating, in case you couldn't tell. So learn as much as you possibly can about the industry you want to work in. I've included below this video a list of some of my favorite blogs and books, and some of them have to do with the music industry directly, and some of them are just really great for learning about how to brand yourself, tell your story, market, and all that stuff. So that is the first step. The second step is start transitioning into your musician's day job, or MDJ for short. The musician's day job is basically just a job that makes it a little easier for you to spend more time and energy honing your craft, like getting better at songwriting, practicing, taking music lessons, going to open mic nights so you can get better at performing and you meet some musicians while you're out, doing research on the music business, because you're gonna do that, right? And basically just getting your career off the ground. It takes a lot of time and energy to do that. So you want a job, even if it's full-time, because I know for a lot of people you still have to do that. Make sure it's something that doesn't take so much energy out of you. If it's really stressful or unpleasant, it's less likely that you're gonna go home and work on your music and on your business. You're probably gonna lay on the couch and eat Chinese food and drink wine and watch Netflix, So you want something that's going to be conducive to you transitioning eventually into being a full-time musician. If you are so drained at the end of the day that you don't want to work on, what you love, that's a problem. So it really depends on what you love. What I did, I interned on Capitol Hill in Seattle had a startup I was writing, and I worked with one of my best friends. It was so cool, very low key, and I was able to go home and work my ass off on, launching my website and managing my newsletter and practicing and writing and all that stuff. So pick something that works for you, but make sure that it is conducive to you making music and starting your business. The final step is to split your time evenly between honing your craft and building your business strategy. So I know this is a little bit of repeat information. I've been drilling it into you. That's what she said. That you should learn as much as possible about the music industry. But because you won't have too much time available to get your career off the ground, assuming your day job doesn't have anything to do with the music industry, you're going to have to be very disciplined, and you're going to have to be dedicated to both improving and developing yourself as an artist, so songwriting, music lessons, etc., but also spending time doing research and building a strategy. Like, how are you going to break yourself as an artist into your local scene, into your local market? So you want to have a certain number of hours, and you can split it up, day by day. If it's too overwhelming to try and do music and then do business in the same day, you can actually, have one day be your artist day and then the day after that be your business day, whatever works for you. But you need to spend an equal number of hours every week doing each thing. That will help you make great progress. A bonus final step, keep doing research. I talk so much about doing research, I kind of feel like a broken record, but it is that important. Even as you make success for yourself, keep reading about the music industry, stay on top of, relevant news, and of course, keep reading about marketing and branding. Social media marketing is huge for us, so you might want to learn a little bit about it. And keep tweaking your career roadmap. If you don't know what that is, I created a tutorial last summer. I'll include a link below. I really hope that this video was helpful for you. If you liked it, please like, share, comment, and also please consider joining my fan club as a patron on Patreon. It helps keep me in business as an independent musician and also helps me make videos like this one. Believe it or not, making a DIY music manager tutorial is a lot of work. It takes a ton of time planning, and I go through a lot of takes because I feel weird being filmed, so it takes forever to film one of these and then edit and all that stuff. So that's why I don't usually make them, just because of how much time it takes. So please, if you love my DIY Music Manager series, consider joining my fan club. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.